Mariah here. It is May 27th, 2022. I can't believe it's almost halfway through the year. I decided to make this video today because I feel obliged to share with you what I have learned from what other people have shared, and I have been able to benefit from it in the financial sector. These are people that have been successful in their investment in the financial market. The reason I'm calling it my 7 formula to financial freedom, not formula for success, because success is not measured by the amount of money you make or how much money you have. This is going to be a 3-part series, so please watch my other 2 videos. It is related to my journey to my own personal financial freedom and how I acquired my wealth, along, of course, with my husband. Financial freedom means you being able to do the things that you want, whenever you want, wherever you want. Financial freedom also could mean just security, peace of mind. I mean, those 2 things are something I think a lot of people are missing and just want to have more of it. Yes, financial success is what I will talk about on my other 2 videos. So if you can please also check out those 2 videos. So the first one is you have to have a dream and a goal. And there's a difference between the 2. A dream is you saying someday I'm going to be an astronaut or something. I'm going to be a doctor. A goal has a date. You will say a year from now or 6 months from now, I'm going to buy my dream car. See, a goal has a date, not someday. A calendar only has numbers, date. It doesn't have someday in a calendar. That's the difference. So when you have a goal, you must please write them down. Write down your goals. There's something magical that happens when people write down their goals. You have to have short-term and long-term goal, and even medium goal. A short-term is something like 6 months to 2 years. You say 6 months from now, and give yourself up to 2 years, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have this. A medium goal is between 2 to 5 years. You say 5 years from now, or between 2 to 5 years. 2 to 5 years from now, I'm gonna buy my first house, or whatever it is. I'm going to marry this person. But give yourself 2 to 5 years for the medium goal. And for the long-term goal, give yourself 5 to 10 years. Well, I say that, give yourself, because that's what I've done. My long-term goal, I did 5 to 10 years. I was like, I'm gonna have kids. My husband and I have been married for 10 years by then. Like, I started setting goals from the time, I started attending business seminars way back in my college years. And so short-term, medium-term, long-term goal, really important. It's necessary for success. You really have to understand that just thinking it, dreaming of it, can't happen by itself. You got to be able to hold yourself accountable to what you kind of promise to yourself. And a dream is just something that also powerful, because it takes a burning desire kind of dream that's going to get you motivated. It's going to be the motivating factor for you to get started. In other words, find your why. Why do you want more money? Why do you want to succeed? Is it because of your friend's new car and you're like, man, I gotta have one of those? Or is it just like maybe helping your parents? Or could it be like a girl? There's this girl you really like and you love her and you want to give her more of what life has to offer. I say that because it's kind of like my husband. he was determined to succeed so that he can give me more because of, love. He loves me so much. I was his motivation to succeed and to, make me happy. What did they say? The crazy things we do for love. So I guess my husband was crazy in love to have me as his motivation. And number two is delayed gratification. The power to discipline yourself, the ability to wait. That's what delayed gratification is. You know the saying, it takes money to make money? Exactly why you need to delay those things. Because that money that you would be spending on doing things or buying things, you're better off spending that money on things that appreciate in value, or invest it somewhere. You don't have to have what everybody has, what everybody's buying. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses all the time. Do your own thing, do what works for you. Everybody have their own ways of doing things. You must know how much you have, and from there you start doing your own budget. You need to learn how to budget your own money, because some people are quite a bit of people out there, they buy things they don't need to please people they don't like with this generation, social media, just so that they can post it. They're spending their money on things that is so only gonna keep them broke. Because, for example, if you are thinking of buying something just to show off, just to post on social media so that your supposed friends, or they're not really your friends, if you have to do something to impress them, then you're really going to continue down the path of uh, just financial misery. Because what you're doing is you're buying things with credit cards, especially if you don't pay off that credit card every billing cycle. Oh my goodness, the interest rate, the finance charge on these credit cards is going to eat you alive. No kidding, no shit. I'm not even joking you. The interest rate, you will never be able to keep up with life. You'll never be able to keep up with the Joneses. You'll never be able to get ahead. There is no way for you to get ahead in life if you are in so much debt as far as credit card. There are good debts and bad debts. The good ones are the ones like, for example, mortgage loan. Because credit card interest, it's through the roof. It is out of this world. Seriously, if you have credit card debts and you're not able to pay them off every month, it's like, what's the point of investing? Because when you invest your money, or you're trying to diversify your income in other ways, none of those investment is ever going to give you a return of upward of 20%, because that's what credit cards are. They're, oh my God, maybe the teaser rate 12, but after that, oh, it's gonna double. It's gonna go from say 15% to 25%. No, seriously, you have to read the fine line on the statement that you get every month. Some people are not even paying attention. They're just paying the monthly minimum due. And it's sad. This is where people fail miserably in the world of money. Okay, number three, surround yourself with people of your ambition level or above. Oh gosh, I can't stress it enough. I have been trying to teach this to all my children. I'm saying trying because they're still young. So I'm going to teach it to you the way I teach it to my children. I give them an analogy, or I give them an example. So if you want to be a good basketball player, you surround yourself with people who plays basketball really well, right? In other words, you want to surround yourself with Michael Jordan. You want to follow his moves, watch it, pay attention, and learn from that. You want information that you can learn of what Michael Jordan has done, because he's the GOAT, right? He's the greatest of all time in the world of basketball. Now, if you want to be a good football player, you want to surround yourself with Tom Brady, not Michael Jordan. right? So that's what you have to do. If you want to be a successful football player, surround yourself with the likes of Tom Brady, not Michael Jordan. So when you want to be successful financially, you want to learn how to make more money, surround yourself with people who are go-getters, people that are out there busting their ass, getting the job done, not some couch potatoes, some bums out there. Like, that's what you got to understand. It's not judging people. It's not thinking, oh, they're losers, or, it's seriously, you need it. You need the encouragement. You need the influence. You just need to be around people that wants what you want at the same time, so you can help each other, and you can kind of like be each other's support. Be with positive people, not someone who's going to take you down every time you taste a little bit of success. Another way of looking at it is that, so you have a job right now, I would hope so. So just look at your boss. Look at what your boss is doing. Say, even if he's the owner of the company you're working for, and just like the big shot, the boss, that's you look up to that person and go, wow, he makes so much money. Look at the car that he drives to work, and he lives in this big house. Now, this is what I mean by surround yourself with people who has what you want, or what you want to become, the person that you want to be. Because if your boss, you see him every day, or you see her every day in his office or her office, working long hours, and you hear him sometimes complain about, oh man, I miss my son's baseball game, or I miss my daughter's piano recital or something, because he's working 16, 18 hours a day. Is that what you want? Do you want to miss your daughter's recital? You want to miss your son's game? Do you want that lifestyle? Do you want what he has? If you look at your boss and go, I really don't want that. I want to be there for my family. You see, that's not financial freedom. He is slave to his work. He's slave to his job. So when you are around people who has what you want, who are pretty successful in the world of money, you have to be coachable. You have to be teachable. You have to be willing to change. You see, when you get information and you go, whoa, no wonder I'm here and they're over there, because you've been doing things the wrong way. That's what that means. So you have to be willing to change, be teachable, let people train you to do things differently. You got to learn to be able to reinvent yourself. Don't get stuck on something because it's how you used to doing it. It's how you've done things most of your life, if not all of your life. So it's just really it's really important to be coachable. Allow people to teach you new information. Number 4, dare to dream big. So big that you can almost hear yourself saying, you know what, this is do or die. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get it done. You have to become unstoppable, where nothing is going to discourage you. Keep your eyes on the prize. Yes, it's not going to be easy, but it's doable. People have done it, so you got to be able to understand that there's price you pay to be successful, and there's price you pay for being a failure also. Which one are you going to pay? Number 5, work hard. Outwork everyone. Work hard and work smart. Those two things, they go hand in hand. I don't know about you, but one thing I noticed about hardworking people, they're nicer people. They're kinder. They're better people. These are people that understands the value of time, because they don't waste time. They're the people that understands that time is of the essence. They don't play around. They don't mess around. Uh, and seriously, they seem to be better people. And remember, work smart. It's just as important as working hard. You see, we all have 24 hours a day. Why are some people falling behind and why are some people are way ahead? Because these are the people that understand that a job, working hard is all good. All that is good. Working hard is you trading time for money. And again, there are only so many hours in a day. So you have to figure a way to diversify your income. You can't just allow your hard work to get you ahead in life. You're never going to get ahead in life by just trading your time for money. You see, a 9 to 5 job, it's just you trading time for money. It's not working smart. That's just working hard. So you got to combine working hard and working smart, both at the same time. Number 6, stop complaining all the freaking time. Like, seriously. Quit whining, stop complaining. We know life is not fair. Just quit whining, get the job done. And they say shit happens in life. So just, shake it up, move on, do it better next time, make a better decisions. Life is like gravity. Don't try to defy gravity. Don't argue with it. Just don't defy gravity. Instead, learn how it works. Number 7, be a person of integrity. Be a man of integrity. Show up. The secret of success is showing up. Do what you said you were going to do. Just do it. Do it even if nobody can see you. Even if you think, oh, I'm never going to get credit for it. No. A person of integrity is someone who just does it because it's the right thing to do. It just feels right, and because it needs to get done, and somebody's got to do it, even if you don't get paid for it, even if you don't get credit for it. Just to become that person, be a person of integrity. So my life story here: I met my husband when we were both still in college. He was 21 years old, really young, and we both work at the same place. He was my boss, and today, I guess that role has reversed. But I'm going to tell you. On our 1 year anniversary of dating, he popped the question. We were engaged. We wanted to get married. Sure enough, within 6 months, we were married from the time he proposed. And then we started planning our wedding date, right? We started talking about, where we're going to live and all that fun stuff. It's not having cold feet. It's just the real me started to surface. Then I started talking to him about what are we gonna do? Like, I don't have any money saved up yet. I put myself to college. I had a car that I had to pay, so that's why I was working while I was in college. Both of us did that. Like most of people, or a lot of us are doing that, and there's nothing wrong with that. But then the the concept of getting married, I was like, so where are we gonna live? All these questions started to appear to my mind, and I went, well. So then I told him, you know what? I think we need to wait. We need to be able to buy a house first, before spending this money on a wedding, because how much are we gonna spend on a wedding? I felt like, man, we might need that money for like a down payment on a house. So then, he really didn't want to wait. So we shopped around and found a house, and from there, we bought our first house while we were still dating or engaged. We were engaged by this time. So, of course, then he comes up and tell me and say, now you can have to marry me because I already bought you a house. I know that's kind of a funny thing we talked about, because it's like a lot of our friends are like, Mariah, most people, they get proposed with a ring, but you practically got a house. So our friends, his friends, my friends, joke about how, my goodness, Mariah got proposed with a ring and then a house. Like, it's kind of funny, but that's kind of what happened, because I took the whole real estate investment seriously. I kind of didn't want to waste time and money by spending most of our money first, the little bit that we save up to spend it on our wedding. So then, God, it's like it was one of the best decision we've made. Like, because it kind of set things in a really good way. Like it puts us ahead of the game, kind of ahead of the game, because we were young by this time. My husband was only 23 when we got married. It's not like he got a lot of money saved up because he's been around for a while. No, like I said, we met. We were both still in college. So fast forward to 4 years. This is the part where it's like I didn't know such a thing could happen, or such a thing happens out there. 4 years into our marriage, he got a promotion. He was gonna get relocated to Arizona. So we sold our house. We had been living in this house for 4 years. This is our first home. So we're like, should we take the job over? So we sold the house, and guess what? We doubled the value on that house. We made so much money in the equity. At that time, it was so much money. I mean, when you think about it, I'll explain it to you why I feel like we made so much money in the equity by selling our first home that when we moved to Arizona, we were able to buy 6 houses. One for us to live and the other 5 to rent out. Those were rental properties. Now, for those of you who knows the real estate market in Arizona, the houses there is a lot cheaper than California. We were able to buy 6 houses in Arizona with just a 10% down payment on each of these houses. So 2004 is when we started buying houses in Arizona. Then comes 2007, 2008 housing market bust. On paper, right around 2006, 2000, early 2007, on paper, it looked like we made a lot of money. Like the equity on the house, it was ridiculous. It was crazy, insane. On paper, it looked like we made a couple of millions of dollars. Then 2008 comes. We almost lost it all. Mm-hmm. Yep. We practically lost all the equity that we built up from buying those houses from 2004, and it's like we barely made it out of there because we only got the down payment pretty much. So, but what I mean by we almost lost it all, because we lost some of the money that we made from selling our house in California 4 years ago, right? So that's where we are with our financial mistake, just bad timing on things. As I always say to my husband, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. So that's where we are. So from there, he got another offer to get relocated. Every time he gets an offer to relocate, it's actually a promotion. Okay, some people like to look at it as like, his job must not be stable. It's not. So we went from California to Arizona, from Arizona to New Mexico. That's where my third child was born. From New Mexico, we went to Kentucky, and there things really began to work on our favor. I knew God was behind all this. I just knew this had to be the hand of God. Things were happening in a breathtaking scale. What it was when we were in Kentucky, he was offered an expat job. We were to move to Canada, and it was a really lucrative deal. It was an offer that you could not refuse financially. Even though we know nothing about the country, we have nobody there, we have no friends or family that I know of, or it was going to be a leap of faith. We were going to do it just to see what happens, and we don't want to turn down an opportunity that might only come along once. Yes, so all that happened within the first 9 years of our marriage, going on 10. Now, by this time, we have 4 children. Yay! I have 4 kids. I'm taking care of my kids as he's still climbing the corporate ladder. He did all that. I mean, I tell you, my husband, he has a tenacity to succeed. Like he was made for greatness. He's really, really intelligent. His IQ is out of this world, through the roof. He's a very intelligent guy and very hardworking. So he was busy climbing the corporate ladder, and I was busy with my side hustle. I was busy investing in real estate. I was buying houses from different parts of the country, from different state, and while doing all that, because I'm, as a full-time mother of four young children, I had to make things work. I had to come up with a strategy to make sure my family is in good footing and that I wasn't squandering his money. I found a way to make money of the money he made. Different side hustle. I sold stuff on eBay and just to make a little bit here and there. And I'm telling you right now, I wasted no money on a nanny or housekeeper, none of that. I did everything with no help. I promised you, no one helped me with my children or keeping the house together. And this isn't to brag or anything, but dude, my house, spotless, even with two young children. I kept my house organized and clean. Trust me. And I love hearing now. I just heard of Jordan Peterson, and he talks about keeping your room clean. Clean your room, organize your house. Because can I tell you something? Why I've always believed on keeping things organized and clean? Because a clutter house is a clutter mind. You can't have clarity in your head on making life's important decision if your house is messy. It's like I wasn't going to waste money on paying someone to raise my kids, and I wasn't going to waste money paying someone to clean up after my mess or my children's mess. So here we are in Canada with our four young children. My husband is traveling around the country. He had his private jet. He was, yeah, to put it humbly, he was kind of a big shot. He was running a multi-billion-dollar company there, and he was out of town quite a bit. So I was at home, making sure my children were safe and protected, and just being a good mom and being a good housewife. All that while we're in Canada. I was always trying to get information on what's happening back home in here in America, and if I should be investing more in real estate. Because by this time, we had cash flow, and I wasn't sure what to do with the money, how to invest or where to invest while we're in Canada. Because by this time we were in Canada, his income or his pay or his salary was multiplied 10 times. Like his W-2 form was close to $1 million. And we were living the life, but I'm not I'm not one to get excited over that. I'm always looking at things like, okay, this is how much money he's got. How can I make money off this money? I wanted money to work for me because I didn't want to have, I've been a housewife, I've been a full-time mom this whole time. I didn't want to feel like I'm not contributing financially. I know I get told all the time, what you're doing is more important than what I'm doing. He would say things like that. But, you know, I still feel like there were things I could do to help him. So then our contract in Canada is over, is done. We're back to the US. We bought a house close to Cincinnati area, and it was one of those things where we bought the house with the intention of like an investment. Is huge. It was almost 10,000 square feet. It was a custom house, beautiful. But for some reason, I still didn't think I was done investing. I mean, like, you guys, those of you, the people that knows me knows I am not attached to anything. I am not committed to material things. There's not a thing. There's not one material things in the world that I gotta have, that I gotta keep. I'm not that person. So then, we got this house. We decided to, like, maybe sell it a couple years later. But then another lucrative opportunity came along. My husband was offered to move to Seattle, Washington. Here we are in Seattle, Washington. We bought another house. So all this, it was my husband climbing the corporate ladder as I was investing in real estate. It was me. He didn't even know the stuff I was negotiating. The only thing that he needed to do was it was time to sign the dotted line on the mortgage loan or the contract, all that. Um, so I just I just really felt obligated. I was compelled to do, to make sure that his money wasn't wasted. So here's one of the best part. So here we are in Seattle, and I went on to say, I think I'm going to invest in the stock market. I invested on Amazon. Yep. I bought a couple thousands of shares when it was at $400 a share. Then sold that when it was at 2,400 a share. Again, we had a couple thousands of shares. This is where serious stuff was happening. Like, oh my goodness, like, you know, we made a couple of millions of dollars investing in Amazon and some too on Tesla. This is the power of investing. This is the power of delayed gratification. We put things on hold so that we can invest the money so that money can work for us. That makes too much sense, doesn't it? So all that, again, I was still buying real estate properties. I was still investing in real estate. So I bought a couple of houses. And when it was time for us to sell those houses in the Seattle area, my goodness, we were getting offers above our asking price. It was insane. I was like, I've never seen this. So, yeah, again, timing is also important. We waited on things. You've heard what I mentioned where we lost money in Arizona real estate in 2007, 2008, a lot of money. We lost in a tune of $1 million on paper because it was money we thought it was ours for sure to cash in pretty soon, but that didn't materialize. To encapsulate, do work hard. And please write down those goals. Really important. And remember, life is not fair. Learn to suck it up, buttercup. Stop whining and don't be a snowflake. Work hard, work smart, invest, diversify your income, and keep that dream alive. Keep dreaming the dream. Don't forget, you have to have a plan. Plan your time wisely. If you don't, someone else will help you waste it. Have you heard of the saying? Failing to plan is planning to fail. Make those decisions on planning to win. You were born to win, but to be a winner, you must play the game. You must prepare, you must plan, and you must expect to win. Don't take anything less. Don't accept a mediocre life. Don't live in mediocrity. Refuse to accept a mediocre life. You deserve it. You deserve the best. Hello, thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for YouTube algorithm so we can reach more people with educational and even funny content sometimes. Hope to see you all again later.